The reason why you're seen as somebody with great power is because you're able to use your voice boldly. Not only do you use your voice boldly to speak, proclaim, right? And claim, but most people don't have that type of courage. When it comes to actually creating spaces of change, creating spaces of transformation, creating spaces of safe self-expression, because they themselves are not capable of that self-expression in the way that you are. You not only use your voice because it is one of your God-given gifts, but you literally implement something very, I want to say, controversial. What exactly is this controversy? Well, it is the polarity in which you are able to sort of convey your identity. Your identity is not just found in the light, but it's found in the dark. But it's not just found in the light, in the dark. It's found outside of that. And it's found dead smack in the middle of it as well. And I'll tell you what I mean by this. Your range, not just of emotions, but your range of spiritual insight comes from your willingness to listen to the universe. It comes from your willingness and submission to the fact that your guides, your angels, God knows better than you. So why would you feel the need to feel so in control of every little aspect? Because once you're in control of every little aspect, yeah, maybe you're creating the reality you want, but you may or may not be willingly manipulating people to get what you want from them. So you don't live life that way. You don't view spirituality and law of attraction and all of that. You don't view it as a means to gain control. You use it as a means to conquer yourself. And since you use it as a means to conquer yourself, you're literally able to express it in a way that nobody else expresses it, because it's coming from your perception. It's coming from your mind. It's coming from your identity. It's coming from your insight. The insight that you have access to, that not everyone else has access to, just because it's literally destined only for you to comprehend. So your boldness comes from your confidence in who you are and who God is. One of the biggest reasons people have a problem with you is because they don't believe in God the way that you believe in God. Cool. Guess what? We don't have to. But if you're lacking confidence just because you are a control freak, And if you don't have control over every little aspect, then you malfunction, right? You get to tweaking in this bitch. You get to tweaking a little bit. So when you're somebody who, through literal chaos and trauma and, you know, schemes and these plots to destroy you, just through it all, you're calm, cool, collected, and you mind your business and you stay out of the way. So part of your power is literally, it's as simple as the fact that you have the right to say how you feel and to set the record straight. And a lot of people know that what you say, there's a lot of truth to it, just because of the conviction that they feel in their spirit, for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. But your life experiences allow you to speak freely and form your own thoughts. And you're only influenced by what you choose to be influenced by. So a lot of people feel like, wow, I wish I had the power or the bravery or the boldness or the confidence that this person has to be able to speak their truth and put themselves out there the way that they do. But they're not realizing that they can. And it could literally just start with one story time about how somebody did them dirty, right? Because there's a lot of people who carry their experiences like they're alone in the world. And when you feel so alone to the point where you don't speak up about it, you don't speak up about your experiences, other people, they have nothing to relate to. Now they feel alone too. So part of the Great Awakening is human beings who have real substance to share with one another. They do. And that's the beautiful thing about social media. There's a lot of downsides. There's a lot of like not so great stuff. But one of the beautiful things about social media is that a lot of people are finding their voice because they can. And it could take somebody a literal lifetime to realize that it's that simple. Literally could take somebody 80 years to be like, I'm choosing to live with this and not express it in any way. I'm choosing to gatekeep what I've learned and to intentionally not pass on certain knowledge. With that being said, I do think that there's some things that are just meant for us. But in being a guide, if you're called to do that, a lot of what you learn is meant for others to learn too. Just so they're not alone in the way that they operate. So they know they're unique, sure, and nobody's brain works the same as somebody else's. It's not possible. But there are people who are on the same wavelength as you. There are people who are at a similar frequency. There are people who are powerful in their truth and they stand and they speak on it. You know what I mean? So, anyways, if you're coming across this video, odds are you're a very powerful soul. And God gives you certain knowledge, and you have the rare responsibility and the rare opportunity to either share that knowledge or to keep it for yourself. And a lot of the times you choose to share just because you care.